What's up, world? Mikey D here, coming back to you with the ongoing Satisfactory build. Is it satisfactory? Is it unsatisfactory? Well, I mean, you, the viewer, can decide. I've been a bit busy while we've been apart. Work, plenty of work, travel, some other stuff going on. But also working on my factory at odd hours of the night and not wanting to record because I'm in my gym jams at the time. So here we are. When last we parted, we had nuclear pastas moving over there, getting put into the space elevator. Now we have what are these bio something something? What are these? Biochemical sculptors. We got some of those going over there now. They took assembly director systems, some of them fixite trigons we've been making, and some just water. Water was the weird one. The assembly directors we had made for a previous tier of parts, so we had those easy enough to hook back together. The fixite trigons, I think that's one of the last things we made last time. I have them coming up from way over there underneath the train track. I figured as opposed to putting in a whole separate train stop or this or that or the other, I'll just run a conveyor belt under the track. It'll be okay. And then the water. Water we were actually bringing up, or bringing down, I guess, for making our concrete more efficiently. So I just piped up the water from the concrete production and moved it over here, and here we are. We got our trigons, we got our water, and we got our assembly directors. Those are coming specifically out of here, out of this little assembler. He's doing okay. He is making one a minute. Each one of these is consuming 1/2 a minute. So we are noisy, but balanced out. All in all, things are moving along. We need 1,000 of those bad boys, so it's going to take a hot minute. But we also needed 1,000 nuclear pastas, and we got all those. In fact, at this point, we're just saving them up. I don't know if we need them for anything, but I figure I might as well hold on to them. Let's see. Let's see if it says... Yeah, it says we might use it in something. So, we'll just hold on to it. We'll just bank up some, call it a day. I have started making diamonds. We got some excess coal off some other production. Note, I am only taking the excess. I don't want to starve the rest of my factory for coal. So I'm stuffing some coal in here. It's turning into diamonds. I have stored up plenty of diamonds at this point. And then the diamonds are going into the converters and getting turned into time crystals. So that's not a bad thing. Time crystals you need for a couple different things. They stack really nice and high. All in all, cranking those time crystals out. Time crystals you need for synthetic power shards. You need for, I think, some buildings. If I remember right, I do need them for... Oops. Oh, the AI server. There's... For the AI server, I need magnetic field generators, which is another previous tier part that I had some extras of, and I'm making excess on right now. I need neural quantum processors, which I haven't even started on. Superposition oscillators, which I also haven't started on. And excited photonic matter. Excited photonic matter, you just get straight out of the converter. Or some other production machine. Like, it just makes it. Like, you put in energy and out poops excited photonic matter, so it works out alright. In terms of the magnetic field generators, I have my 250 and then some. I'm feeding in the... These guys take the electromagnetic rods and versatile frameworks. I'm just feeding in the versatile frameworks via chest. The production for that was way over there. This is kind of a one-off thing, so I figure I'm just going to use this entire chest up, make magnetic field generators, and then for the AI expansion servers, yeah, it doesn't say it's used in anything else. I could probably turn this off right now, in fact. And will we? I think we might. Let's, yeah, let's, we'll just turn the machine off. Ah, sweet silence. Yeah, because we have enough of these. 100, 250, we almost, we have 344 right now. I don't think we'll need much more than that. So, we have our magnetic field generators. We need to get the two new items, neural quantum processors and superposition oscillators. For neural quantum processors, we are looking at time crystals, which I was just showing you, supercomputers, which I'm standing next to, fixite trigons, and excited photonic matter. That's a pile of stuff right there. And then that makes neural quantum processors and dark matter residue. Dark matter residue you have to get rid of much in the same way that you would have to get rid of like excess water in certain processes. But you can turn it into dark matter crystals. So easily enough, you just stick that residue straight into a particle accelerator and it gets you your crystals. And you need dark matter crystals to make your superposition oscillators. You need dark matter crystals, you need crystal oscillators, and you need alclad aluminum sheets. I think this might be the first time that I would be moving aluminum sheets around. Well, as you may remember, crystal oscillators were a little bit of a problem. The crystal oscillator factory that I had made ended up turning solely into making radio control units. And while, you know, that's all fine and good, because, you know, you need a little radio control in your life, right? It was 100% of the stuff. So that's a little bit problematic, because like you now need the crystal oscillators for an in-between point. Okay, well, I have a solution. I do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to turn off the radio control unit stuff. Which is boop. And one for you. Boop. And then come over here. And I don't need to be using them up to make computers. Boop. Alright, that's right there at the end. Alright, yeah. Now boop. There. Okay. Great. Alright. Because see, we got all these crystal oscillators, and we've just been turning them into... yeah, I don't care that I'm still making circuit boards. That's fine. Just been turning them into radio control units. Well, I mean, you need a radio control unit, right? But I've been a little busy in the background. Let's head out here. It's a little bit of a hike, but bear with me. It'll be worth the trip. Any convenient trains to catch? Nope. Alright. That's fine. Let's get to the other side of the tracks so we can see our death approaching, as opposed to being hit from behind. Oh, speaking of death approaching, here comes a train. There. Okay. Safe and sound. Easy peasy. Alright. Oh, my little trains moving on their way. Man. I haven't done anything different with the turbo fuel area lately. Just no real need. Nothing that I really want to be messing with there. Thank you. Oh, you know, I could have grabbed my tractor. I could be driving a car right now. Alright. Got that. Passing under this train track here. Actually, I think we'll juke a little to the left. This train track I'm passing near is the one for the aluminum casing specific factory. It's been doing a good job. It definitely has solved my aluminum casing needs. Alright. And this spaghetti abomination that I'm passing near, this is to bring coal over to the aluminum area. Oh, I hear kitties. As we go past the giant waterfall, see the various flora and fauna as we will run through. We're almost there. Yeah, mental note. Next time, bring a car. Goodness. Or, like, a boat might have worked too if they had boats in this game. But yeah, ultimately I was noticing that I was running into a structural issue. That structural issue was I needed radio control units. And I needed those radio control units at a volume that I was not yet making. And so I decided to make myself a little tree fort. By tree fort, I mean treetop factory. By factory, I mean ridiculously huge overbuilt thing. So we have our crystal oscillators going in to make computers, similar to how I was making radio control units in the past, where the circuit boards are copper sheets and some silicon. Easy peasy. The radio control, or no, crystal oscillators plus the circuit boards get you your computers. There you go. Computers come in here. I got a full carton's worth of computers. And then those computers head over here to be turned into radio control units. Crystal oscillators, aluminum casings, computers. Now, you'll look here and you'll see there's really, like, there's some aluminum out here, but that's a bit of a hike. I have tapped into all of these iron nodes. I've tapped into that SAM node. I've tapped into the Caterium. I could have been a little smarter about how I'm doing this, but whatever. The quartz, right? It was mostly the quartz, the iron, the Caterium right here that really was telling me that I should at least make crystal oscillators here. Well, I definitely am making crystal oscillators. Reinforced iron plates, cables, which I'm making just out of iron. Iron is getting turned into wire, and then the wire is getting turned into cables. And then quartz, which you just saw is in abundance near here. So those things go into this entire row of manufacturers. Just a few of them. 21, in fact. It's a few. And then those crystal oscillators get split, basically, between being used for computers or being used for radio control units directly. And we've got a decent amount of ones in backlog. I think the computers are going to start backing up more and more, which means those crystal oscillators will start backing up more and more as we're using computers, crystal oscillators, and aluminum casing. Okay, the aluminum, yes. So you'll see I'm making aluminum right here, like aluminum ingots getting turned into casings. Happy, right? Well, I didn't tie into the aluminum over here. I tied into the Caterium. What I'm doing with that Caterium and that SAM that I tied into as well is I'm putting them through a converter. So I've got one converter. He's taking Caterium and he's turning it into bauxite. Excellent. Keep going. And I have another converter over here, and he's taking limestone in and turning it into coal. If you remember, you need both coal and bauxite in decent volumes in order to make the actual alumina scrapped, right? So bauxite and water makes you your solution. Storing some amount of solution here. The solution and the coal gets you your scrap. Cranking through, baby. Cranking through. Now, these are using ridiculous amounts of water. Just bonkers. I'm making coal at 180 a minute. I'm using coal at 180 a minute. Like, everything's actually balanced, which is great. But yeah, lots of energy going into these things here. And then, as those aluminum scraps are getting turned into ingots in my smelters, they're coming over here and the ingots are getting turned into casings. But I wasn't making enough casings between the three. Oh, hi kitty. Between the three, I wasn't making enough casings for the production levels I wanted to be at. And so we decided to throw some Summers loops in there. One per thing. doubles the output, and it's now a little overdone, but better over than under, huh? And apart from the ultra rare summers loops that it requires, it really only takes more power. Now, my power situation is still pretty good. I'm still making that 94-ish to 95. My consumption has gone up quite a bit. I was at 20 with a max consumption around 30, I want to say, before I started this little endeavor. So I'm about 10,000 in the plus here. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. But it is all the radio control units a boy would ever need. So, okay, maybe not, but it's doing good. Alright, so we're pushing out 20 radio control units a minute. It's not bad. It's not bad. You see the radiation keeps spiking up. Yeah, there's some radioactive stuff near here that I just kind of built above. So, yeah, make sure to wear your lead undies as you tour the factory. Yeah, it's all coming through. Made a little archway over the stairs here. I didn't want to block the stairs. I didn't want to go under the stairs either. Yeah, this is how high up in the trees this whole factory is. So obviously, normal sized trees don't even rate. It's the big honkers that it's up among. But it turned out pretty good. We have all the... What are these? Oh, these are crystal. Oh, sorry, quartz. The various quartz miners going here. They are getting their goods over towards one end. And I do have plenty more space. So, if I wanted to rework this a bit, say for instance, just a for instance, I wanted to have more crystal oscillators being made. I could. So, here's my reinforced plate production area, or line, I guess. It's all of these assemblers here. All those are just making reinforced iron plate. And all of these are making reinforced iron plate. Is my math wrong? Maybe. Maybe. It's entirely possible that it's wrong. But I have all of this iron. Like I have 3 full belts. Well, I think it's 600 a minute. I have all this iron going over here to be making cables. Well, instead, I could have all that iron going over and making even more reinforced iron plates. And I could take the Caterium that I'm not even really using at this point. I could smelt that into Caterium ingots, turn that into wire, and then use that wire for making my cables. So, considering that each one of these guys is not using a ton, but holy moly, I got a lot of space dedicated to it. You just add on some space, cook up that Caterium, throw that Caterium into this line, because with one of these, here, yeah, Caterium wire, 1 ingot or 15 ingots a minute turns it to 120 wire a minute. Your math then on cables, one thing of Caterium wire, one guy just making Caterium wire now supplies 2 cable producers, as opposed to today that's inverted. It is 2 wire makers supports 1 cable producer. So there's definitely some advantages if I wanted to rework this for Caterium wire, but my throughput is actually okay right now. I don't know if I necessarily need to blow all this up and make it bigger. You get some good views off the factory floor, though. You know, seeing the beautiful swamp over there. All the different iron patches I tied into. The SAM, like, unfortunately comes up from over there somewhere, and so I patched in via the backside. All the Caterium and the limestone are basically coming up from below. The Caterium is coming out of a cave where I'm also getting my water, the limestone from that little patch right there. But yeah, it was quite the bit of build just to get this put together, but like I said, there's still more that could be done. I could oh no! I wanted to catch a free ride. Oh well. Riding on the top of drones is tricky anyway. They have this nasty habit of just disappearing at a certain point. Or accelerating ridiculously, or what are you doing? You went way down there, and then you're going up. Oh! He might be set to only travel at a certain distance above ground level. But yeah, drone ports are droning. Things are moving back and forth. Yeah. I think we can start making the changes on the main base and getting some of those last bits and bobs set up. Alright. Oh, I guess there's another SAM node over here I could have tapped into too, huh? Well, that's fine. I only needed the one in order to make the conversion of Caterium to bauxite and the conversion of limestone to coal function. So, we are all good at this point. Oh, I thought there was something down there. Might as well grab one of these as I'm going by. Really? There's supposed to be another one over here, huh? Oh. It's underneath somehow. Uh-huh. Looks dangerous. Let's do it. Grab a slug. Come back over here. Yeah, no, it's definitely below. Okay. Ah. Here we are. Okay. Interesting. Well, I don't really need Mercer spheres right now anyway, so I'll just leave it. Oh, here's another slug. Always take one of these. Yeah, that's all the things that I've been up to. Just random exploration, building up resources. Generally trying to not die on the regular. Okay. Yeah. With no plan in hand, and not a whole lot going on in my head today, I think that might be it for my little update today. I hope you all have a good weekend, or have had a good weekend, or are having a good Monday, depending on where you are in the universe. And we'll catch up with you next time.